Good water. Good water.
Okay. I have a link. Zia is still outside, like, I'm not doing this. Let's drag her back inside. Like, we're doing another thing. Patch update. Zia just doesn't want to kill any more primals. She's done. She's like nearly drowned on that boat with Leviathan. So I got Mountain Dew Frostbite. I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. It's supposed to taste like blue.
Oh.
It kind of tastes like blue. I don't know, every time I try a new Mountain Dew flavor thinking maybe it'll be better, and it's like, no, I still just want regular Mountain Dew. It's the best.
I just can't get over my Baja Blast. Nothing can ever beat that.
Okay, Baja Blast, but even then, it's like, I'll still take regular Mountain Dew on the Baja Blast. But I would still like a Baja Blast. Like. But yeah, one day when we're famous, we'll get a Mountain Dew sponsor. I mean, it's supposed to be the gamer fuel, so if it's...
This episode of Final Fantasy XIV is brought to you by Mountain Dew. Drink it. It will rot in your teeth, man.
That's what we'll do when we get our sponsor. Like, hey,
we should just like, we should just make random. We should just make random like TV ads. We're like, oh no, what's gonna happen? But first, has this happened to you?
Oh, our quality will go up so much. Okay, which one of these motherfuckers put like a plate and then a candle on it on top of the wine? It's like a box of wine and there's just a plate with a candle.
Oh.
Alright, Zia is ready. Do we have to go talk to Minfilia?
I think we have to talk to all these looters because I don't think we did it last time.
Okay.
Oh God, there's a lot of them.
This is gonna take a while.
Okay, who's over here? These desks, Coltonet, Deware, and
Deware.
Deware.
He's like, my name is Duware, and it's like Deware.
Deware.
Very insensitive warrior of light tactic.
Okay, were you Coltonet?
I believe so. I think you were Hoary Boulder.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I know how to play the posh Elezen guys.
That's good. I would be shocked if you weren't.
An adventurer bends to no authority, but lives and acts according to his own beliefs. He is the master of his own destiny. I'm just spewing shit that I found out of a book yesterday. Like, I gotta impress these Hingans somehow.
I gotta impress Deware.
I can't. Do we have voices for Deware and Higiri?
I think you were Higiri.
Okay.
I think this is the first time we met Deware. I'm just calling Deware.
Do-wop. He's like, please, I don't understand this reference.
Well, in my native land, there exist individuals not unlike these adventurers, yet without a master to serve. How does one know the path that one must walk? You don't.
He also read that out of a book.
Higiri, what did you read out of a book?
I don't read. I have been tasked with helping out in the kitchen because I'm a woman.
Oh.
I don't read, and I'm going to the kitchen. Once I have grown accustomed to my duties, I hope to treat ourselves to a traditional Doman cuisine. Well, there you go.
I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring.
There you go.
Alright, Y'shtola, you're reading a book about
She's
bubble
like,
baths.
I read. This Koharu is a bubble bath. History is our friend, young one. The answer to the problems of the present are oft found within the past. We need but seek them out. It's like Dr. Seuss or some shit.
This cat got the hat.
Alright, Koharu. Was I Koharu?
I can't remember.
I was Hozan's boy. You were Koharu.
Oh, okay. What if you wanted to solve a problem that's already happened? Like the Garleans destroying Doma. Well, thank you for bringing down the mood, child. Alright.
You just deal with your lot in life, kid. I believe the problem's already happened.
Alright, Tataru, do you have something light to say?
On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Rising Stones. With your cooperation, we hope to grow rich and transform this place into the piling gold. You like my pun? Owen's needs.
You kind of glitched out a little there, Tataru.
Oh, was I not being able to hear?
She was like, oh. She's like, error.
Should I repeat the line all over again?
I guess that, yeah. I guess that last part.
On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Rising Stones. With your cooperation, we hope to grow rich and transform this place into the piling gold. My game stopped.
Oh. Did he kick you out?
Well, am I at least able to be heard?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hold on 1 minute while Tataru gives me the next line.
I knew Tataru was evil.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. But I must... Did that work that time?
You glitched out every time you start talking as Tataru.
Well, I'm not saying it again.
Well, we're just gonna move on because Tataru is apparently ruining your game. Okay, Hozan. Oh, the Rising Stones. What a peculiar name for a sanctuary. Yeah, it is. Alright. Flahameen.
You do flatter me, dear, but I do believe you've had a bit too much to drink.
Oh,
Are you an alcoholic?
Oh, no, figured. Some 30 years ago, it took me to Daul. It was then I had first chance your butt. I was only...
picture of a butt? We love that here.
I was transfixed. I dare not blink. Was like to pride myself of bosom.
What was that? Sacred now passes out.
Oh, Yozan, what are you doing on that box?
I'm Naruto.
Believe it.
You think this is impressive? In Doma, we train to run on tree tops. Tree tops. Tree tops.
Trick trop.
Did you ever do that, Yozan? Saying shit.
Alright, Papalymo. What in the seven hells are you doing up there? Get down here before you fall and break your neck. My neck. My back. Eat it.
Okay. But don't mind Papalymo. He's making a fuss over nothing as usual. Yozon's sense of balance is amazing for a boy his age. I wonder how he got so good. I guess running on treetops.
Treetops.
Ida, get on top of a tree right now.
Ori Boulder in this corner. Ah, some of the Domans wanted to learn how to fight, and it's fallen to me to oversee their training. First, I need to find suitable equipment for everyone. That's true.
So lucky that we just have these pile of swords and armor right here.
Just in the corner, you know.
Are they ever gonna organize this place? Jeez.
Nah. The Scions' main goal is, like, if they can't do it, if they don't want to do it today, they just push it off till tomorrow.
Until the Warrior of Light shows up.
Yeah, and they're like, Warrior of Light, we have a quest for you. You see these boxes? It contains a primal.
How many times has Larks fell for that?
More than once. Alright, Minfilia. The Great Divide. Well, that's a... The picture of Elfino looks like he's being picked on.
Kind of looks like that one meme with the cat that's just looking up like when it's in danger.
Minfilia's thoughts keep returning to the fate of the students of Baldessian.
Oh yeah. Urianger said that they all got wrecked.
Our friends. The ones that you never met. The very isle itself. Everyone and everything. No. No, it avails us not to speculate. Urianger will send word if there are any developments. Until such a time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations which we had previously attributed to good King Mughal the 12th. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet, all is not well in the Twelveswood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation. And I would have you... Oh.
Asilia? I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. Thancred is vomiting as we speak.
What manner of problem? The Thancred problem or the other problem?
Oh, well, somebody's holding his hair right now, so...
Oh, good.
A band of refugees, hailing from Ul'dah this time, are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are within 7th heaven, awaiting a formal response.
Oh, I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once.
Asilia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread and more will follow.
Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Larks, Zuyaya, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting.
Zuyaya's like, I'm ready to set people on fire.
She has anything else? I am well aware that our resources are finite, but we have a responsibility to protect the people of Eorzea. Oh, that's great. Put the burdens of the entire world on your shoulders, Minfilia. That will let you sleep at night. Alright, so you said 7th heaven.
Gotta go to the bar. The other bar. The one that Thancred's not vomiting at.
The one he's banned at.
The one he has to come into the Rising Stones for. It was like, I can set them on fire.
Draggle-tailed refugee. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Oh, 12 be praised, it is you. We're ready and willing to work, same as the Dolmens. Just give us a task and we'll see it done.
Pray, calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation.
We crapped in the Sultana's special bathroom and she exiled us. Beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Ul'dah for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one what got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. Just like when we climbed up and shit in Nanamo's toilet.
Oh my.
I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The Sultana was really angry. The only question was where, and then it came to me. Remnant's Toll! I just learned that name yesterday. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So surely you do the same for us.
I fear the situation is rather more complicated. A lot of our toilets are clogged already.
We can help with that.
No! You're missing the point! While it is true that we accepted the Dolmen's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so is with great regret that I must deny your request.
But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us? After all, we've shat in toilets. This is what we get. Oh, if I might have a word.
You! Thingy! Tataru! Is aught amiss?
Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alfino has been wounded. Bet it said something smart-ass again. You know, the smart mouth kid? That guy.
What? Alize? Is it serious?
I think he died. I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. All we did was shit in a toilet. Why would they do that? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. Seven hells. Now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please. If you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. My lady.
We are not one to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions.
How could you be so blind? The Blades are all paid off, ACAB.
Find Alfino, and quickly. If he is in danger or worse, I would have you and none other by his side.
Do we have to?
Yes, Zuyaya, you have to. And thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Papalimo will see to it. Mostly Papalimo.
Mostly it's gonna be them waiting around waiting for you. Alfino is being treated at the Hourglass. Please hurry! Before he dies again!
So, we're going to be noticing a couple of things that are going to be going on throughout these stories. A lot of little pieces to the puzzle. And by the time we get to the end, we'll have the full picture. But everything that happens, kind of keep it in the back of your head, because it might rear its head again.
All the unrest in Ul'dah.
All the rest of
Ul'dah. Like the whole story arc.
Ul'dah, the greatest place to live. It's better than Limsa.
Well, it is better than Limsa. You can't even teleport into Limsa.
This is true.
Limsa's like the New York. It's just overpopulated, crowded. Everybody's shouting.
Oh god, I forgot the Easter event's going on right now, so it might break.
Yeah.
It might break the mood for a second, but the show must go on.
So far, Papaya hasn't started playing. Oh,
oh,
I spoke too soon.
Don't mind the person in the chicken outfit.
What do you mean? This is a very normal day in Ul'dah. This is absolute.
Well,
doesn't even.
He looks fine.
Yeah, he's like, how dare you? You don't even look remotely dead.
Alvino's like, this was the only way I could get you. To make you think I'm dead.
Oh, you little dramatic. Son of a bitch.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well.
You little bastard.
Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Ul'dan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'dan way of thinking, they may as well not exist. Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Ul'dans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Domans asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the immortal flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
Again, Ul'dah, the greatest place to live.
Look, so Yael is here. Thought she'd say something.
Alfino wishes to investigate the circumstances surrounding the riot. Oh, that's great.
As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur, given the rising tension in the Sultanate within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have you ever heard of the Mafia? Never mind. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of the Flames. I would hear what General Raubon has to say upon this matter. I like talking. A lot.
Oh yeah, I gotta act like I'm wounded. Ow. Ow. The humanity.
Oh, he walks out and it's just Papaya! Kind of ruins this cool guy image. I bet he, like, got slapped or something and he was so dramatic about it that Tataru thought he was dying.
Oh, manly fainting noises.
It's like, Alfino, have you ever gotten into a fight, even once?
Oh, you beautiful man. What up, Raubon?
Oh, yes, it's Raubon.
It's Raubon time.
It's Daddy. Now is not a good time, Captain Zuya. And, Lark Shallow, yeah. My hands are full dealing with the refugees.
Make time for us.
Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Why else do you think we're fucking here? Alfino. Back on your feet already. I heard you cried. You may credit my swift recovery to your Kairugans. Barely left a red mark on my cheek.
I got a lolly.
My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation? Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan, especially in, like, backwater places, you know. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last belligerents, but process is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine, given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls. It stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. I heard someone shit in the Sultana's bathroom. What was that about? We're working on that investigation.
I didn't mean to. I just had a lot of protein powder.
They thought, even the refugees thought it was, but it was Raubon.
It was Raubon that did the poopy.
What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared.
They had a lot of plungers in hand.
Before my little accident. Was it you, Alfino? I observed that several refugees were armed, and not with butcher knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that the equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between Ul'dah's citizenry and the refugee population has increased since the domans were turned away. But would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not even a single gil to spend? Who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. come to the point. God, you're boring me. Jesus, you talk. Very well.
He's like, I'm missing Hatching Tide over this.
Do you not hear Papaya playing? there's even
Oh, there is.
eggs on the wall. He's like, you don't understand. There's eggs to be got.
There's some chickens to quell.
Very well. My point, General, is that the powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and God damn it, just shut up. And now, order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. God, shut up. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon.
Jeez.
See, Alfie, this is why you learn to summarize. We got Hot Pockets in the oven right now. Well, the General is no fool. He keeps to his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim, without the necessary proof, that these riots were instigated by outsourced... I thought he was like investigated. I'm like, what? Instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugees' aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, Ziaya and Larks. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. Mine's better, so it'll be way better. To that end, I would have you make inquiries to the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at the request for such information, but I have no doubt you can persuade him with your silver tongue. Except you, Ziaya, you don't really have one. I know that, but... I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, which will be the better way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we?
No.
Speaking of which, I think I need to take a crap.
Alright, Swift.
Oh my god.
the other person that you voiced.
Ziaya is like, I had to battle you so many times for your cards. You look as though you have something to say, Captain Ziaya. Do you? And she's just like, ah! What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual, even one with ties to the flames, may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. The Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. So you guys like, great, speaking with Blades. Better not be like Foofaloopa.
What do you mean? He's a great guy.
Actually, as far as Brass Blades go, he's kind of okay.
He's just gullible. He lives in that mindset of like, everything is A-okay. Oh yeah, Leofric. We haven't seen him in a while.
Oh yeah, he was connected to Foofaloopa in some way, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. I think you voiced him.
Okay. I didn't expect them to send you, Ziaya, and is that your butt, Little Arcs? I take it this means someone has read my report. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return. I am increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest of what I'm talking about, do you?
Nope.
Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He will explain everything.
Cool. But I'm gonna talk to her first.
She looks interesting.
And what brings you here, adventurers? A search for refugees? Well, then you've come to the right place. Ah, you mean those refugees. Oh no, you won't find them here. No, none here. No. Most of the people have lost... Most of the people of lost hope have come to accept their situation and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet, which you yourself are not giving me right now. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. And can't say I was sad to see him go. Okay.
Alright, let's go find a Lalafell.
In Ul'dah. In Thanalan, a Lalafell.
Who would have guessed? Isn't this where they're growing drugs in the back?
Oh,
So
hey,
like,
Zazawak!
Oh, yeah, I know this place. This
drugs!
drugs.
Wow, don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. Wait, I know your face. Are you not the man from the Church of St. Adama Landama? And that very angry Lalafell that was screaming at that time of the clock? Oh, 1,000...
Like that. No, that wasn't me. That was Sid.
Wow, 1,000 pardons, friends. I mistook you for one of the thugs who have been tormenting us. If Leorfric bid you send with me, then I take it you have agreed to help. 'Twill be praised for that because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. Ha! A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would hear my words. Now that one of our dealists has returned, however, the madness of that merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent and you will understand why, but don't look at the drugs. What? What did I say?
Mine.
Those are mine. Even now, he babbles incoherently, and it's not about the drugs, I tell you. But he's so traumatized, he's by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that the merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you to find them before he does. Oh, I had a lot of fun saying that. The terrified refugee.
What are you doing? Don't draw. Don't draw.
So you stop drawing.
I'm not an artist. Why didn't you run away with me? We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me. Be here to soothe me.
Ooh.
Get that? Well, why did you have to stay and leave me alone?
In case you didn't get it, we have to soothe him.
Oh wait. So yeah, it's like I was gonna let you do it, but apparently I have to do it too. It's just, waving.
Everybody gets one.
Who are you? What do you want? Is true. I follow the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give, you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into 2 groups. Sent us off on our own. Oh, when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing, and then fighting, and everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and... oh gods. The other group, they're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. Here's some thanks.
And a griffin. Well, things things are escalating in Noldor, jeez.
Who's killing people?
The terrified refugee would have you find his brother and convince them to lay down their arms.
The other refugees are hiding in the cave south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. Oh, twins. Pox on all those bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanquished during the struggle. Ah, if only we never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, and that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Are the gods real? Though, if they were forced to confront reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one woman, or this guy. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot.
I guess we'll do everyone's dirty work, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, sure. He's like, good, I'll thank you later.
I'll send you some thanks.
I'll send you some thanks in the mail. I think it's in this little water area.
Oh, you're right, it is. Bloop.
In the tunnel. Dad's like, I know where I'm going, I live here. It's where all the F's are.
Oh, yeah. Whoops, I took the long way around. Oh. What's up, guys?
Just loitering.
Desperate refugee. 7 hells, they found us. Everyone, grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? No, sorry to disappoint you, lad, but we're more than willing to kill you ourselves. So you brought us a Lalafell to death, eh? He should never have come here as he's dying. Another Lalafell come to die, eh?
There's like, how many of these guys are there?
Meddlesome wretch, no! As they die.
Alright, now that we've had that demonstration.
Alright. Holy shit! You fucking ended them! The almighty! What are we gonna do now?
What happens when you send 50 level enemies at level 80 adventurers?
Well, now that we totally ended their career, let's go back. Ah, lost hope, where there's no hope.
That's not like the name suggests. And then you ignore all the drugs in the back room.
There's no drugs. There's nothing back there. There's nothing behind the curtain.
Oh, you've returned. Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened?
Well, Zia threw his head over to the rock over there.
I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than see the lot get butchered by the flames.
Jesus.
Tell me, what did the merchants have to say when it was over?
He said...
Where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others. You know where Stone's Throw is? The Stone's Throw away.
The terrified refugee would have you find the shady figure who is trying to stir dissent among his brethren.
I need you to find the shady merchant. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of his futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Okay, just tell us where he is then. Find him. Convince him to cease this mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. I'm gonna go visit the drugs.
There's no drugs! There's nothing but the placard!
We ran straight in the direction of all the drugs. Drugs.
I'm gonna smoke some pot.
I can't remember if Somnus is like pot or more like meth.
Oh god.
I'm not sure. Somnus, I don't know, it makes you think of like people falling asleep or something.
I think Somnus would be more. My thinking is probably more like weed.
Yeah, but I think it's a little bit more serious than that.
Aw, she's crying.
Have you seen my parents?
No. Oh, is it the ones I killed in that cave?
Oh boy, you're an orphan now. They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. How long were we out? They left with the man from Uldar. The man they said was going to change everything.
Oh god.
Make it so that we can live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that.
Oh god.
I didn't like the part where we were all going to die for it, but I liked it when we said we could live inside. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry, and I got scared. Say, miss, are you looking for someone? Looking for a merchant.
What was Larks? He'd probably say, probably did not freak her out. Maybe I'm looking for someone stirring up for trouble. Maybe.
You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he...
Oh, it's the exact same thing.
Your opinions don't matter. Oh, well, there he is. What a coincidence.
Yeah.
It's like he had a plot attached to it or something. Look over there. I think that's him.
Ooh, well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? Ooh, you! Ooh, I gotta get out of here!
It's him! He's the crapper! He crapped in the Sultana's toilet!
He must die!
He's getting away! Go get him! So yeah, it's like, now it's serious. We gotta get out. You can't take a shit in the Sultana's private bathroom and live to tell the tale. I have a feeling that all of these people took a shit in the Sultana's toilet, and that's what caused the issue. But it wasn't one person, it was all of them.
It was everybody.
Everybody took a shit
Everybody
in the
took
toilet.
a shit, even the Sultana herself. Oh, you again! Why are you pursuing me?
Maybe because you looked at us and go, oh no, I gotta run away!
Ooh, sedition? Treason? Revolution? That's preposterous. Ooh, who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorize the streets of Uldar? You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None!
Look, we got your ass cheek prints at the scene of the crime, my guy.
No! Those are not my ass cheeks! I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. Oh, for the sake of argument, let us say I did do these things you claim. Surely you don't think a Kikwan's ass about politics. It was business. Only business. Well, that's a barrel. And that's a stump. And that's a pissed man and a lullaby woman. We both know I'm not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear, I shall tell you everything. Oh, right in my boob!
Well, we did a shit job of protecting him. Well, what's all this commotion? I'm small. And I only... We're like two little cannonballs. 7 hells.
Right in the boob!
Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer must be close.
Okay.
Get your little cannonball ass out of here.
I didn't sign up for this!
Two little cannonballs came to our rescue. They're like, holy shit, did you see? Somebody just got assassinated right here in the middle of nowhere.
I'm so glad this is what you came on to, Kate.
Summary, we were talking to a guy that we're investigating this crime revolution with, and somebody shot him with an arrow before he could tell us anything. Oh, hold on, adventurer. How do I know this wasn't you who shot that freaking arrow? I would know more about your relationship with the victim, as well as all the events leading up to his death. They literally happened for 5 minutes, my guy!
You were literally right there.
Why did you do it? This man was responsible for the recent riots? Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude then. In any case, it's obviously you're not the one whom we seek. I mean, you don't look suspicious or dangerous at all with all that gear you're carrying, so you may carry on with your investigation, Scion.
Okay.
They're like, wow, being a Scion just gives you a pass that just says, I can do what I want. Including not being questioned by the guy who got murdered right in front of us.
So they're keeping people silent too. What's going on with the riots here in Ul'dah? Seems like they're willing to kill anybody. Goes to show that Ul'dah is a great place to live.
So yeah, he's like sweating, like, should I mention about the Lalafell Mafia or not? I don't know. Larks is like freaking out, like, there was an assassination right in front of us, and Zuyai's like, yeah, that happens.
He's like running around in a circle.
Every day.
Oh my god! Oh, there's all these eggs on the floor. My freaking immersion.
Still in Easter time. We're like, holy shit, Alfredo, somebody got murdered. It's like, Papaya.
Papaya, papaya, papaya. This man got murdered. Papaya.
Are we talking to Swift?
This has to be Raban's basket of eggs. He's still collecting them.
Shut up, Alfredo. I got eggs to collect. Oh. What news, Captain Zia? Where's the merchant?
The betting against the boob and these lava fills came and...
Cannonballs? The boob? Okay. Murdered? Damn it all to the son of hell. We haven't had an assassination in 3 hours. I thought we were safe.
We have gone 3 hours without a workplace death.
He was not simply murdered, Captain. He was silenced. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. You may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. Here's some thanks.
Thanks. Revolution. Swift has a message from you from General Raubon, who just got back from the Hatching Tide event.
No. The Flame General left a word. The Flame General left a word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you return. He wishes to discuss all these eggs he found. And your recent discoveries, as well as the results of our own investigation. Master Alfino has also been talking up a damn storm and won't shut up. He's already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste to speak with Bartholomew.
He's always happy to see us.
Bartholomew is always happy, yeah.
I remember
He's
our
like,
first
are you a paladin yet?
I liked our
want to talk to
first
you.
conversation with Bartholomew, and he told us to get the fuck out of here.
I think he still does to this day. He's just like, who
Probably.
are you again?
You're that
Warrior of Light. I don't want to recognize that title.
He's like, what is this you speak of? Oh, look, it's Elf, you know. What a joy.
Excellent work, Suyaya and Larks. The information you brought us helped me persuade General Raubon to call this meeting. Mayhap now we can discuss matters openly and honestly. Now I can speak more, that's what's important. Hi, Bartholomew.
I can't remember.
We have been expecting you, madam, sir. Please proceed inside.
But
I'm
first,
still angry.
take these thanks.
That allow. Take these thanks and also get out of here. Still angry.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Tell us exactly what we did.
Despite
Because
our
I don't
best
feel like it was
efforts
much.
to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room.
Larks quickly turns off his phone. Oh, okay. I...
The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Teleji Adeleji? The bastard from last time? Who would have thought?
Teleji Adeleji. But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Some might even call it a battlefield.
It's where we send all the PvP players to.
Yeah, they actually bring PvP to be canon.
This is where you go to kill other players.
The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Allagan ruins, of which no record existed.
Nobody tell Nero.
Yeah, no one tell Nero.
There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations.
It's just a fun sport game.
In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Allagan ruin.
And this also explains why he was so wanting the Domans, to further his agenda, just like any fucking politician.
Mm.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
Great guy. Such a nice guy.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Just
Omega.
drop that down.
Omega. Remember that name, because it will come sometime later.
It's like 2 expansions from now.
Pardon?
An Allagan monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Allagan inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
See, I was like, wait, you mean there was a weapon that could have destroyed Bahamut, like, right underneath our feet?
Had to go through a lot of loading screens.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon. One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
That's right. Bahamut.
Bahamut.
Bahamut. The one adventure me and Alize had, not with you, Alfino.
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
They read that, they're like, that's
Presently,
gotta
it's
be
more
like
akin to a
some
fossil
sort of
than a
mistake.
tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged.
Oh, so it's just a broken machine. Okay.
It's probably as old as the dinosaurs, to be honest.
However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
Jeez, Uldar's going through a lot of bullshit.
Teleji's just like, Ancient Allegan Weapon Omega. I think I want that. It's like, jeez. Can't you just be like any other merchant and just do like petty assassination plots?
God. All just so that way he could have like the throne or something. It's stupid.
He just wants the top seat in the Syndicate or something. I don't know.
I think it's mostly because I think he has a boner against Lord Lolorito. And I think the only person that's like really in his way for it is like Nanamo. What do you want, Alphino? Recent revelations weigh heavily on Alphino's mind. Does it, though?
I should be glad to know the truth, and yet, thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intend to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so was most troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. Fortunately, you are already well positioned to do so, Captain Zuyaya. And what is your rank, Larks? I forgot.
He actually says
Pray.
Captain Shallow, which is interesting.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
I just want him to be pompous, like, I forgot.
Who are you?
Pray keep us informed of any developments in Cartno, as you kill everybody on the field dramatically.
Begone, thought! This is no place for children.
Discourse, I love that. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's her.
I was looking for you, miss. And Butler, you said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. You know this girl? How do you know people that I don't know? So he visited Stone's Throw as well. I see. Did you find the man? Were my parents with him? Oh boy, did we find the man. They were not, I'm afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go look for them together. Really? You'll help me look, mister?
Yes, and I'll tell you a whole story about my life.
I already have lots to say right now. Of course! But first, I must needs finish speaking with my friend. She's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen.
Jesus.
Mayhap you can wait for me by that pillar over there? We require but a moment.
Sure, that doesn't sound sketch at all.
Okay! I'll be waiting! Enjoy your secrets! I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Momodi will know what to do. I
That's
absolutely
true.
have no idea what I'm doing.
She is best mom.
A legion of Garleans, an Aether-starved primal. Even dealing with an Ascian would be preferable to this charade.
Damn.
Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious.
Sometimes I think you're a dick, Alf, you know?
We rush hither and you yawn in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources. And ourselves. I'm exhausted. My feet hurt. Mayhap the time has come for a change.
Larks, Zuya, this is Minfilia. I thought a hoe from Slytherin said something.
Like she knew she was being talked about.
I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to the Revenant's Toll with all due haste and get away from that brat. The situation in the 12's Wood has taken a turn for the worse. I'll explain everything in detail once you arrive. Well, everything is just going to shit.
The 12's Wood. And the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed. I have received no reports of Ixal activity, which leaves the Sylphs?
Yeah, that means Minfilia's doing her actual job, Elf, you know?
Well, I suppose you two should go. You know as well as I do that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I am grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself. Considering that I have no combat experience, and I barely cast any
So
magic.
he, like, bashes her, but yet she's at the same time being like, I worry about Alfino. And Alfino's like, I don't need that woman. I don't need her. I think she's not doing a good job. I can do a better job than she can. It's like, God, Alfino, I just...
He's a brat.
How you have be in her shoes for a moment. What is she supposed to do? You know?
I think he's kind of also been like he doesn't want to show it, but he has concern for Minfilia wearing herself thin because he knows that she works the hardest out of all the Scions because she's the leader. So he wants to take some of that burden off of her. But he's still a pompous asshole because he's like, I think I know best.
Yeah, I think it's the way he says it that kind of makes it be like, whoa, dude, you kind of need to chill.
I mean, he's like that with everybody. He's just kind of like, just let me do it. I'm fine.
Alright. Boop-a-doo. Everyone then move. That's good. To the solar. Oh, there's a
I didn't
serpent
realize
robe.
they're doing instance areas right now on the Rising Stones.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, I just got you are now in the instance area of the Rising Stones, too.
Huh. I didn't know they did instances like that in here, because I figured it was all everyone by themselves.
I guess. I don't know. I usually do that with server congestion, and with the new patch, I'm pretty sure they've been putting some.
Yeah.
I am
come on behalf of the Elder Seed Steward to petition the aid of your order. The antecedent has been apprised of the situation. Cool.
Cool, so we
what
don't
up,
need
babe?
to hear anything.
Oh, it is a relief to see you healthy and hale, Larks and Zia. The latest news from Ul'dah was most disturbing, and Alfino himself is also disturbing.
We left him in care of a child.
Oh no, that child. Clearly the only injury Alfino suffered was to his ego. Minfilia's
I heard he cried.
Minfilia's already like, I already know a hoe from Slytherin said something, it's alright. Doubtless, it will heal ere long. I'm not worried about him.
How's your injury, Alfino? I hear you cried. He's like, shut up.
The other Scions will need to be present for this meeting, except for Alfino. If you are ready to begin, I will summon them now. Oh, but first, you need to accept my quest in order for that to happen.
Yeah.
Lord of Levin, Menphilia wishes to discuss the latest threat to arise in the Black Shroud. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste and also practicing social distancing away from my desk.
Thank you for being considerate.
Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were it not urgent, so this is urgent. So business then. I have received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their reverend guardian, the primal Ramu. I almost said Bahamut because it looked like it for a second.
Bahamut. He's back again, guys. For the fourth, fifth time. What are we on?
I'm sorry. May have? Then it is not certain. What kind of reports do you get?
the crappy kind.
We
like
get the crappy
Thancred.
kind, Thancred. You know they don't say anything. They just give me pictures of butts and I'm supposed to analyze it.
Well, we do draw a lot of butts around here.
He's like, you got a point there, Menphilia. The Elder Seedseer informs us through the power of the butt, the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levin's return to the forest. The Sylph
They're
land,
really vibrating right now. They're vibrating a little bit differently.
From what I got from the picture of the butt that Kane Sina gave me, she gave me 2 squiggly lines around the butt to kind of instrument that they're vibrating.
Important.
The Sylph lands, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Oh, forgive me, antecedent, but the fact that need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramu is repeated to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory.
The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, it would surely not have escaped your notice.
I'm sorry, I thought I heard our hoe from Ravenclaw say something.
Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. I beg your pardon? You foresaw this eventuality and did not to prevent it. I told Papa Limo I suppose I could have reported things to Menphilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around in their territory. You want to poke around them? They already summoned Ramu once right after the calamity, but that was because the Garleans came trampling through their forest.
And so long as Castrum Orion stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Ida and I are in agreement for once. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Ul'dah drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. 'Tis like that the Sylphs perceived this panic migration as yet another invasion, and quickened their effects to summon their god.
I am put in mind of Titan and the kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved way for a primal's coming.
Indeed. One cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Larks, Zuyaya, through your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solace, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Gridania. I wonder, might one who has treated with the Sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with the patron deity? If Ramu can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning.
A fond hope. Were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the Beastmen since time immemorial. But maybe this time we can.
I'm sorry, I thought I heard a ho from Hufflepuff say something, but let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most affected by Ramu's presence.
He is like, I don't want to hear a ho from Gryffindor telling me.
Everyone's like, I'm sorry, Minfield. I thought we heard a ho from Gryffindor say something. The elders...
there's a lot of houses going on.
The elder Seatster has requested your personal involvement, Larks and Zuya. Yes, Zuyaya. Zuyaya, please get out of the bucket of flowers. Pray...
No!
Pray report to Commander at the Adder's Nest as soon as you are able.
Julio?
Hula hoop!
Hulo. I don't know.
Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Leven will prove less than amicable. In such event, your fellow Scions will of course lend you whatever support you require. Thanks.
Tinker's like, and I'll be at the bar, giving you my support.
The Elder Seedsor has asked you by name. Pray report to Commander Julio at the Adder's Nest in Gridania with all haste. Okay. Fine. Fine.
To the scene of Hatching Tide itself.
Did anyone else move in here?
Like...
They did move. Okay. Well, I'm gonna quickly read these. Let's see, Tatario. Take care, Larks and Zia. I look forward to hearing all about your adventures when you return. I will tell you none. Flamine. Duty calls? Well, no matter the task, I have faith you will see it through to the end. Thank you. Hozon, all the way in the corner, looking at the Gridania picture. The children are quick to take to Eorzean ways, but I cannot claim the same flexibility. Okay. Higiri's behind the table. I tried substituting native ingredients several times, but the result was but a pale imitation of authentic Doman cuisine. Oh. Koharu. Hey, Mr. Larks, what's a Ramu? Is it cute and fluffy like a horse bird? It's an old man with a giant beard sack. I don't know what to tell you. Colonet. Mayhap one day we shall accompany you into the field, but for now we must see to less glamorous duties. Spoilers, they never do. Doware. Speaking with Master Colin has opened my eyes to a great many things. I had no idea the world inside Domo was so strange and wonderful. Okay, Yozan, sitting on a box. Mr. Larks! And Zuya, who left a few seconds ago, but I'll say like she's here. Is it true you're going to go adventuring again? I'm so jealous.
It's raining in Gridania. She's just pouting in the corner.
Hoary Boulder, worried about leaving us alone? Don't be. While the Archons are away, Hoary Boulder will keep the little one safe. Hoary Boulder is my hero. I think that's everyone. Yep, that's everyone. Alright. To Gridania. Loading. Loading. Yeah, that was a long loading. Alright. Oh, and the... so many eggs.
It's egg time!
When everything is still loading in for me. Oh, there we go. Ah! Captain!
Oh, it's for sale.
Yeah. Captain Shallow and your angry friend. Your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal's ever cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know of none more qualified than you two to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. The Elder Seedseer, however, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic, rather than martial, skills may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray make your way to Nafka's altar. The conjurer in attendance will meet you to the lotus stand. Kill.
Yeah, I was like, I wish we didn't have to do this in the rain.
He was like, what? I couldn't hear you over the thunder. Let's see, I guess at the Conjurer's Guild, I think that's where it is. Now we're in Old Gridania. Don't get this confused with New Gridania. The other Scions have arrived. Alright, sir. May I show you in? Yeah, get me in. I gotta get in there!
Let me in!
Get me
I
in!
have to do.
And it stopped raining.
They just have a magic spell over this place where weather's not allowed to happen.
Connoisseur just has the power of God in anime. Oh, everyone's here. Okay, Papalimo, what do you have to say? It is said that once Ramu passes judgment, his wrath is implacable. It would be best to conclude this discussion ere Gridania and its people are placed upon his scales. He has scales?
We're like a primal. Once again, we're like, a primal's about to kill everybody, and they're like, okay, but let's have a chat first.
Let's chat. Let's talk about it. Ah, I'm sober. I see the Sylphs have sent their own representative. There could be no doubt then. It's Great King Mukulmog.
Again.
Alright, Y'shtola.
I am most curious to hear how the Elder Seedseer means to treat with Lord Ramu.
Coffee biscuits and coffee, duh.
Yeah.
And Ida.
Coffee time. Whatever the Elder Seedseer is planning, I want you to know that I'll be right there by your side, and I'm sure Y'shtola won't be far behind, even if she does think everything's mankind's fault.
Well, she's not wrong. She's not wrong, Ida.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Walking One. It's good to see a friend of Elder One. Alright, hot lady, let's talk.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramu is returned unto the forest.
Dun dun dun.
Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace. Our guest informs us that the Sylphs, too, have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the Primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other Primals you have encountered, Lord Ramu is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelves Wood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided. Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, You are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations. The Twelveswood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramu himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples. You have my thanks. Pray make for little solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin. An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelveswood that flinches at its coming. All the lands of Eorzea shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
She can talk to me for hours, and I would probably have the greatest pleasant sleep ever.
She has a very calming voice. I mean, she has to be. She has to deal with angry, vibrating, like, elementals every day, so...
She's like, I sense vibrations over there.
Yeah, your vibes have to be good if you want to be Elder Seer, so... she gets vibe checked every day.
She gets vibe checked.
They're like, vibe check, Kane Sina. She's like, I'm okay. And they're like, good.
Keep it that way. Alright, back to this hellhole place.
Yeah, it's like, I barely remember this. What was happening?
I'm talking cabbages.
I remember La Habrea sent a big giant scorpion at us, like that was gonna stop us. He went from sending a giant scorpion to like an elegant construction that's like a dragon centaur.
Look, he didn't know he was gonna get this far. He's like, damn, I thought you were gonna die to that scorpion.
Now I gotta use the dragon centaur, man.
Oh, Captain Shallow, and your vibrating elemental friend. I was told to expect you.
They don't know what ZI is. It's like, she vibrates angrily like the elementals.
I understand you guys both go to treat with the Primal Rahu himself. An inevitable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. I have been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak. How did it get past us? That we might ascertain the location where the Lord of Levin might be found. I would ask that you would abide here until they return with their findings. Oh great, then we're just gonna wait here forever.
They usually stand around and wait for us to do something. You don't understand,
wow.
Serpent Lieutenant.
Oh, that's right. So... there are some things that have been cut to this new revamped of A Realm Reborn.
Oh yeah, they cut out all the funny bits of this one, but they still gave us fucking Wineport.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, we'll explain more as we get in there.
Alright.
I
mean, I guess this cuts down on our playtime.
Yeah. I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finish their investigation. I do not imagine it will be much longer. I hope. Holy shit, they're all dead!
Well, roll credits. Has this character been voiced?
I don't know.
You've been voicing a lot. This one returns, and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching and wisely identified the precise location where the touched ones summoned Lord Ramuh. There isn't any more tedious quests over in this direction.
Oh, your time is implacable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this man to his fellow Scions?
Of course, I would love to shorten up the plot for them. It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please, please come with this one. You don't even have to walk in this quest. We'll just teleport you now.
Are they really?
No.
Oh.
You still have to walk, never mind.
Oh.
Right.
I was like, how much did they cut?
So... we had to go find each and every one of the Scions in the forest here. It was like almost hide and seek.
Yeah. Which I
And
actually
then
enjoyed
there was that incident with Thancred that was kind of fun. Yeah, I mean, I have to say, is it tedious? Yes, but it was kind of entertaining, unlike the Wineport quest.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Already it's kind of different from my memory.
If you guys do want to see those scenes, go to my YouTube channel, because I do have my old Let's Play that does show it untouched. Nice plug there, too.
Wise ones have ventured deep, deep within the Sylphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for touched ones. They will zap you, and it's not good.
The Sylphlands. Nothing nice I can say about this place.
It's very purple.
It is purple.
It's a good color. It's very purple.
See, I guess...
you also get lost here.
Yeah.
This way. Yeah, I gotta go through this gate. We could fly, but that's boring. Gotta do this the old-fashioned way. How we were supposed to do it. This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further, because this one doesn't like purple. Draw too close to Lord Ramuh, and this one may turn and mean and nasty like touched ones. And so, this one must say farewell for now. Walking One will find wise ones not far from here, to the south. Go in safety, Walking One. Well, that cut out at least, like, 3 different pieces of dialogue.
Yeah. Okay. What up, Thancred? Ah, there you are. It is you, isn't it? Oh, wow, yeah. This is like after you find them all. Okay, Ida.
Yeah, so we had to find individually each one of these characters. So, Thancred is Thancred, Papalimo is Papalimo, Yustola is Yustola, and you are you, right? Well, that's easy enough to remember. This one's name is Ida, in case Walking One was wondering. Joke, I'm joking!
Well, if we
can't
actually
get
did...
that joke because we didn't...
we didn't do it!
So the thing that happened around here is that the Sylphs turned themselves into the Scions, and so you had to find out who the real Scions were. But we didn't get that part anymore, so...
yeah. Alright, Yustola.
Don't ask. Suffice it to say, we had something of a situation here.
Wow, it would have nice to have seen it.
So Yustola was like, you missed it all, but, you know...
Okay. So, it's actually you! Oh, I'm relieved for a second there. I thought Zuyaya was a elemental.
So you guys like, I'm angry and vibrating, might as well be one of them.
I swear, with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magics, it is a wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Y'shtola's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up. What?
Well, in this plot, I guess they've now made it that the Warrior of Light was the one being impersonated to the rest of the Scions, rather than the opposite happening. Well, that would have been funny. That's quite enough, Papalymo.
My apologies. It's not like me to ramble so. At any rate, as I was saying, I have finished measuring etheric activity in the area, and am pleased to say I've reached an indisputable conclusion, to wit, that Ramuh was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Aetheryte. Come, Larks, Zuyaya, the Lord of Levin awaits. That's still a letdown now.
It was a bit of amusement. Like, just they had a good old time, like really picking on Thancred in that one. Like, it was especially Thancred that they were like, one was obviously a trickster sylph, and one was the real Thancred, and they were like, well, obviously the real Thancred is the trickster. He's like, guys, come on, I would never talk like that.
Run, you fools.
Quick, hug it! Hug the Aetheryte!
Nora betrays thee, servant of hiding.
Oh, he voices. Oh, okay.
A lot of vibration.
Holy
Oh
shit.
no, he's hot!
Oh.
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramuh, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou
Nice beard.
tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs? The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest not for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man.
Okay.
Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born? It would explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking? Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges. That they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee. Very well. I shall consider thy proposal.
shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment.
Well, that's a little excessive.
It's like, oh, no pressure then.
Oh, I feel the elementals in my controller.
They're vibrating very angrily, like
bringer
usual.
of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Why can't it ever be like a chess match or,
Urianger,
dodgeball?
it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
Urianger? The fuck? It's like I heard an old man and I got intrigued.
He's like, I heard
Lord
somebody
of
was talking
Levin
like me,
himself.
so I had to be here.
Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye.
What?
Beg pardon, my lady.
He's like, I needed to draw him.
It's like, Ramu's really hot.
Oh, Urianger, you're so weird. You took off your goggles to have another
I
pair of
must beg
goggles.
thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord
We're not allowed
Ramu,
to see his
I
eyes.
would ask thy leave to observe the event.
He goes, I want to watch you kick the shit out of him.
Urianger's like, wait, before you go, let me watch. It's like,
What
can
the
you stop
fuck?
being this for like 5 seconds?
I get your intentions, but my god. Okay, excuse me, sweetie. Thank you. Okay. Alright. No, not extreme. Hard.
Hard.
Hard. The forge and deep into the Sylphs lands, you meet with the intimidating guardian deity of the Sylphs, the primal Ramu. But before he will consider your proposal of peace, the Lord of Levin first demands proof that you possess the strength required to repel the Empire from the Twelves Wood. The thunderous entity then vanishes in a blinding flash, leaving the words of his challenge echoing in your ears and in your controller. Enter the Primal's domain and prepare to be measured on the scales of battle. Sure. He knows exactly what he's into. I kind of have to respect that.
I mean, of all the primals, Urianger would be into Ramu. Like, he's like... Ramu has that convoluted talking. Though I can understand Ramu. I can't understand Urianger.
Yeah.
But Urianger is just kind of like... Ah, the way he speaks. His beard.
This fight with Ramu is actually pretty interesting. I actually really liked this fight.
Yeah, it was a really good one.
The Sylph keeps wanting to go to sleep.
Aren't they always drinking milk root, which is supposed to make them kind of sleepy and inebriated
Yeah.
all the time?
Pretty much.
Sylphlord, they do drugs.
From that place in the back of that cave. Oh, I just realized he has a knife in his hand.
He's
What do you got there?
drunk,
A
and he's got a knife. You shouldn't knife and drink, my Sylph friend. It's like a little toddler with a knife in their hand.
You're cranky, and you need a nap. So take a nap. There we go.
He's just resting.
Now he's resting.
there milkroot? Oh, there's the milkroot cluster, but it's a viney Bulbasaur come to attack us.
Oh.
But isn't it these things right here that are like their milkroot that they drink from?
Probably.
It pretty much makes them inebriated. So the purple ones are constantly imbibing. Just drunk, angry leaf babies out in the middle of this forest.
Ramon's like, leave my potbellies alone. They are high all the time, but they're mine.
Just like, just let my people toke up and live in peace for shit's sake. Oh, is that the... Yeah, I think... Oh, this is the Dream Toads.
Oh. Anytime I see toads, I'm just like,
I think they also use the Dream Toads to hallucinate on. I swear, for the mostly peaceful beast tribe, they're the ones who do the most drugs. Well, you know what, though? That explains why they're the most peaceful. Just out here, just getting high every day and living their lives.
They're living their life to the fullest.
I forgot what's over here.
Whoa.
I think this is part of the Sylph Beast Tribe quest, like you have to go here for that important quest.
Oh wow, this is the only part in the Sylphs area where it's not affected by their milk's root stuff. Because if you look up, you can actually see the actual skyline.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if it's because of this thing.
Maybe it's purifying the air.
Could
Not
be.
purifying these violet screeches though. Violet snarl.
Violet
Apparently a
snarl.
vista near here. But I don't know.
Huh. So this is what the Sylph Lands kind of looks like without the purple hue in it. I walk closer. It'll slowly start turning purple. That's cool. Number 4. Now it's sunny. And now it's purple. See, Moonspore Grove. I don't think we went there yet. Oops. Hopefully I don't get lost here. Here's Moonspore Grove. I guess these are their tents. I'm not too sure. I don't know if this is how they sleep.
Well, they have them in little solar devices. That's how.
Do they?
Yeah.
I know they have like those little things hanging in the trees.
I think those are also homes. I think the tents are just kind of like, I don't know, little meeting places. They definitely have like nests up in the trees.
Let's see what's up this. This is the Gully deities. And here is where we judgments. Either that, this is a bar. Or a meeting ground. Is that a bunch of swords on the ground?
I don't know. I know some of these places are stuff that you go to for like the Beast Tribe quest. There's context, but...
Can I sit on this chair? Nope.
I think this might be where the chief, like, holds meetings and stuff.
Like, order, order. Oh. There we go. I require order. He really likes to vibrate my controller. Now also remember, Urianger is somewhere around here drawing this.
He's got his goggles trained right here. Oh, lightning everywhere. I don't remember farming yet for like days on end. I had to fight down memorize. You had to like memorize like the order of things. Because in a Realm Reborn, oftentimes they'd have a set way of doing things. They don't do it that way anymore. My ult, my new rotation. I don't think it says what order to do it.
I don't think so. I don't think for hard. I think extreme probably.
Extreme they care. Not have to do extreme. Keeps targeting one healer with the same move.
Yay!
He's like, well, you are strong. It's just like, he's just like,
Okay.
Guess I'll die now.
Well, that happened.
He doesn't even say any party words. He's just kind of like, alright. Gonna disappear back into the ether then. See ya, punks.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light.
Oh, he's not gone. Okay.
He's like, bitch, you thought.
And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them.
Eorzea like, yes, keep speaking.
If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
So I was like, I don't know, I could be persuaded for one Kit Kat.
Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one.
It's like that was the only primal I didn't want you to kill.
He's like, I really just want to hang out with Ramu. Maybe give him a date. Take him out on one date.
In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Scions. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Report to the Serpent Lieutenant in Little Solace. Let's quit this horrible forest.
We're done with all this purple.
Captain Shallow and the Vibrating Elemental, you have returned! Dare I ask how Ramu received your visit? He what? He challenged you guys to a test of arms? Oh, as well then, you have some experience in such matters.
That's a really lukewarm. He's like, wow, you guys are pretty talented, I guess.
The peoples of both Gridania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin has accepted you as the Forest Champion of Peace. You have performed a monumental duty this day, Captain Shallow and Vibrating Elemental. The Elder Seeds here must be informed of your deeds at once. But first, take these thanks.
And I gotta pet this chocobo.
Oh my god, that chocobo is literally...
He's like, I love petting fluffy chocobo.
Alright, what little gods are made of? The Serpent Lieutenant is ready to send you on your way. I would be insulted if he didn't. I would be especially insulted. Let me leave!
The Elder Seeds here wish to hear of your experiences firsthand. Pray return to Gridania and make directly for the Lotus Stand.
The conjurer at Noth's altar will be expecting you. Farewell, Captain Shallow, and that vibrating elemental friend of yours.
Gotta go back to Gridania.
But not just any Gridania. New Gridania. And then teleport to old Gridania.
Old Gridania.
And then you teleport to super old Gridania. Okay. To Conjurer's Guild.
I think it's the quest after this one that things start to turn to a different plot.
Yeah.
So I'd say probably around, like, what is it, Guardian of Eorzea? It's a good place to leave off.
Okay. Alright, Silent Conjurer. Oh my god, you guys smell like you've been doing some drugs. You gonna go in?
We had so much milk root. They looked at Zuyaya and they're like, "You're small and purple, come join us." She's like, "Well, I won't say no."
Oh, and everybody's here. Alright, Thankard, what's up, bro? I fancy my presence was more help than hindrance during our troubles with Leviathan, but this time around, well, even I have my off days.
You've been having a lot of off days, Thankard.
Yeah, you have.
You got possessed by you got possessed by like an Ascian for several months.
The hero of the hour. Let us not keep the Elder Seats here waiting. I'm gonna keep her waiting, because we're gonna talk to Ida.
You should have seen Moxio when we got back to Little Solus. Grateful is an understatement. I thought he was going to shake Papalymo's hand off. They shake hands?
Papalymo's hands? Alright, Bratty Y'shtola.
It seemed that Ida's appraisal of the situation held some merit after all. Mayhap I should not be so swift to discount her intuition.
Yeah, maybe.
Get along, Scions.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this.
She's like, I sent you into danger, and I liked it.
I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramuh ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell?
Well, I kicked his butt, and then Uriandre drew him.
Ramuh made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartanel, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one, yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania, and the Elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow Scions have done.
On behalf of us and the angry, vibrating elementals.
For aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth. Lord Ramuh has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent.
The elementals are still
Voices of the
screaming.
forest, pray speak, and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
They just reply, "Oh!"
And she's like, "Oh no, not the oh."
Oh!
Oh,
so
great.
she has to listen to every day.
I'm glad
Love that
they're just chilling by the eggs.
Like, that reminds me, I still need to pick up my chicken suit. How about you guys?
Alright, Thancred. I fancy my presence.
Well, they still got the same dialogue.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
Same.
Papalimo. This ends another daunting mission, eh, Larks and Zuyaya? I'd hope Lord Ramuh could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless I can only admire the adroitness with which you responded to the Primal's sudden challenge. And it's...
I thought Lord Ramuh would be persuaded, but we do need a boss fight every once in a while, so...
And it seems that Urianger, too, was pleased with the outcome. He sent me a text of the picture. He sent me a picture, and I will not describe you what the picture foretells. What say you, Larks and Zuya? Shall we gather back the rising stones and ponder the lessons of the day?
So yeah, he's like, we're never letting Urianger get what he wants ever again.
Everyone's like,
now he's...
We're all just gonna let that happen? We're all just gonna keep moving on? And everyone just nods.
Urianger is like typing up the best Ramuh fanfiction anybody's seen, and they're like,
While he
"Thanks,
has Celine Dion in the background. Near,
like,
far.
Oh, Urianger.
We gotta love him.
I think that's like around here that wraps up the nice like Ramuh plot, and then it goes on to something else.
And now for something completely irrelevant. Alright, no one has moved either, so that's always good. We just run straight to Minfilia.
Minfilia, holy shit, he had a beard. And I mean like a beard.
Not like Urianger beard, like beard. And Minfilia's like, yes, Urianger has already sent me the picture.
It's a detailed picture of Ramuh's butt.
Oh, welcome back, Zuyaya and Larks. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Ramuh precedes you, because I saw the picture. Was it true that you were doing this, and you were also doing that? Oh my. Well, I would fain share news of my own, but Urianger's pictures must take precedence.
She's still looking at him, so I was like, we should have never let him. Never.
Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord 11, our learned companion with creepy pictures was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together and ignore the fact that he made a porno picture.
Duly noted.
What took you dumbasses long?
If everyone is ready, let us begin. Urianger, the floor is yours.
Please, don't.
No, Minfilia,
Don't do
what
this.
are you doing?
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the waking sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Eorzea and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
Time for classic Schoolhouse Rocks intermission.
Let us
we
begin
got
at
a
what some might
fairly
call
well
the
animated
end.
cutscene.
When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm.
It's like, who got the Scions a
In turn,
PowerPoint?
the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
You like quickly go through the PowerPoint slide and it pops up Urianjay's Ramun picture and Minfley is like, Urianjay?
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called Immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth the distance. unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Scions took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
You always keep bringing it up, Thancred. Of course we're gonna keep remembering.
He's like, can we stop remembering my past embarrassments, please?
And Philia's like, next slide, Thancred in his underwear on the beach.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Scions in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Y'shtola takes the final blow. She's like, I'm ending this PowerPoint.
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Scion soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
Aww. Oh.
Meanwhile...
back in Kingdom Hearts land.
Yeah.
With Organization 13.
The Lord of Eleven is returned to the Ether, as was Leviathan before him.
Ramuh's acquaintance was most intriguing.
I knew you were gonna come up with something for Knob. Inferno, Vortex, Krag, Whirl, and Lepin all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light.
The limitless potential of man, idle servant, grows mightier by the day.
Yet she prospers at great cost for her mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times has the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wan. Yet even as it inebriates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key.
And that is the task to which we wend our every effort.
Who is that? I didn't invite you to the party.
The wine seed will ever want to wicked.
I'm Laha Brea, we're done with this shtick.
Evil, I'm evil. The wine seeds will ever want to wicked.
Laha Brea, I swear to God, I will kick you off of your star.
And they always just word of oil. We need only wade when the wield, and by the weaker hands shall a new variety arise.
Nobody can understand anything you're saying, Laha Brea.
That which was watered will be weighed and woo, and the one true wad shall come again. The one true wad.
You played yourself, Laha Brea. We're trying to have a serious meeting here. Jesus Christ, this is why MSL kicked your ass into oblivion.
Elizabeth's like, did anybody get that?
Elizabeth is like, I should have sent you to the first. Okay. That's a good spot to leave off, right?
Yeah, that's kind of foreboding. So a lot of things is kind of to digest there. One, Ul'dah is slowly kind of going into a civil war. The whole syndicate is kind of torn between what Nanamo and Raban are wanting and kind of what Teleji is wanting. At the same time, primals are being summoned. The Scions are kind of forced into this kind of predicament of like, you need to help all these refugees, but we can't open all these doors. And at the same time, just a lot of bullshit all up front, and the Ascians are still scheming. Just a great time to be in Eorzea.
Yeah, Laha Brea is back. That's never a good sign.
No, that's never a good sign.
Even the other Ascians are like, it's Laha Brea.
Slaverid.
Who invited him to the meeting?
Right. But we are going to cut the video off here, so shameless plug away. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, and also hit the subscribe if you really like this, the Let's Play, and also hit the bell so you'll be notified when we go to stream. So, in the next episode, we'll continue on Defenders of Eorzea. Hope to see you then. Bye. We are Laha Brea. We're ending the stream.